Hmm. My love, it's just my love, because it's just my love, Ba si shankana, but my love, I have no concern. Anyway, my brain is pretty much impaired based upon laksham of, love pakshtatam, because based upon Jesus Christ, what kind of, you know, I don't know, my love, Pipe of the pipe? Huh? No, most likely not Pope of the pipe. But Pope of the pipe is just a Krishnasan of a plan. But my love, I think I'm connected. So, Balakasan, Bob, how do you connect the apostle of Dita and Dakasan of Dapa? Because the Alkashana of the alchemistry is my love, my love, my love. So in that way, Lieutenant, based upon the belly button, if it's shelter cousin of my love, even my love. Oh. So, Mixasan. I don't know, it's just, Majesty. Oh, me love, Matan, Maxun. Oh, man. Does Majesty? No. Does that make sense, Pope? Okay, offer number 5. Delicious Tatasan. Number 3. Delicious Tatasan. Number 6. Is that the UK actor by, Johnny Depp? And think about it. So anyway, my mother-in-law Jamie is just my Santas, my love, my love, my love. Oh. So, big Shantasan. Very soon. My love, my love, my love. Opium. Jesus Christ. It's called opium. No. So anyway, connection, John. If you know the real, true brain love, we get sieges of fragmentation and love song of OGs. Bika ni motson. Biketot shang kodoshi. Saha. But the son of Nina. The Nikotson. Hello. So Eve. And not such. Is this the aura? I don't know. Yeah. But say. But you know. No, no, no. Sakristan tata sohoshana kata. After Saturn Autofa, Delegation Sakarashan, Algodatsan, Dalakasan, Algorithm. Teacher Katasina Kana Katata Santa Santa, Police Anne, Bishaka Kakata Lakasana. I think something. Oh. Mulkastranto Korstan to Santo Sasan, the Lakastra Korsan. I don't have any money. Would you like Red Bull and vodka? His pee-pee smells. So, in that way, water coefficient sanani is the sixth. It's just a dolphin. But if it's just a dolphin, how do we know that the Nikotstrikam of the Asian of the April is the right sense? These sentiments can connect together. Meditation Nankana. Nana Sang Tono. So, Miss Pinky, the brown. In relation to the brown of the connection, because the origination of the Racine is that the correction of the Berlicacine is the efficiency of the secret ingredients, and the secret ingredients based upon the complexes of smelly pee-pee. The lexis of this potion is unconscious. Percussion, a potion or the girl. Patiently done. So, no. Nigga shut to show. So, anyway, Mona Lisa, the development of the black sun, is the ecstasy in relation to the secret ingredients, because the secret ingredients by the rationale is a palakasan of pos in relation to the persisis anakanang, and also the diplom in relation to simang sansan synthetics genetics. And in relation to the genetics, the equivalent of the DMA and the quotient of the DYK and the density of the DLA is a representation of that. So in that way, the Moknungsong is the representation of Asa. But in algebra, the Asa is the location of law, also the positioning of the imperial empire. The imperial empire based upon the beneficence of Balangshan. The majority of the empire is that lady, because the function of law is that the makala of the law is now Jushun, the now Jushun, impure Tisha. So the mechanism of Ono is the Nekini, and the Nekini is based. Is that Jesus' name? I think not. No. We can see Anna. So in that way, the Makasa of the law is the Kishanan of the Ankasan, and the Delele of the Imperial Kasan. The He Shang Shang. The Empong. The Empong is based upon the Kishasan of the Panikal. Two Panta. So in that way, the spirit of the sun is the Rakashan of law, but in the confunction of law, it is the Nekane and also the Koloshan. But the Lakana of the Nokono is that the Kashana of law is the Chichani. The majority of the Nakanan is the Pegasus. In a matter of time, the Pegasus is a Ganana in relation to the Koshan, because the season of the car is not none of the law. So in that way, if we know that the Nokotan, the Dokshang Dana, Impuro, different. The consciousness of our urns is participants of that in that way. So, empire. The conversion of the law is an institution of Anakasai, because in that time, if we can convert the imperial based upon the LBS, is the association of Al, because the UK is just none of the Mutokotong by the Palakasan of the Protex in relation to the successional, because the digital Kong is the Nakanang of law, and in that way, if we can convert the instrument of the non, we can alter the air, and in that way, the Falkashang of law is the Nekasi, and in the Nekasi of law, the Nikasan of the Da, it is the Falkashang of law, and in Nene Alkashang, it is the Nakasai. Sarkashan. The fifth Kashana is the Nikani, and the Nakana Akalalon. It is Sisis Tokonshan, Gendanan. The Gendanan. I hope one day we get some a beautiful Anna. Yes. In Nika Ekashon is the Nakasin of the law and Isining. In the matter of time, we can function the Isisis. And the Ikisis is Shikashatan to Palakasa Tasha. And in the matter of time, we can Shitakshan to Rila. And in Tonton. So in the time of the way, we can confront the conflict intended for Difrang. The Difrang is the echelon of urns, particesis. The particesis is based upon the Dashana, but each Dasana is the Nakane of the law, and in the law we can also partition into Latasa, because in that way, if we can honor the monofunction of the fiber, the Shitasis on Konon, and the Nikinini of law, and in that way, the law is the necessary, because in each law the fictitious is the non, and in a matter of time we can conform the ekane. So then, the lokase ekane is the vakashakshan of the law. In relation to the law, it is the exertion of this lay, and in this lay, the timer will be processes. See? So in this lay, when it does that, the conform of the law will exercises the non-conform. And in that matter of time, when we know how to implant the scientific artificial life, we will process into the creator of the alien and the successor of Long and the nemesis. So my brother turned the nemesis based upon your PC case, the successor of our yes, is the Deflom. But in the Deflom, ah, the Deflom, don't know. 26 times 55 times 12 equals 5 plus 12 times 21. Mm, 21 plus 12 times 55.2 times 6 plus 1 minus 12. The valuation of this interworker sum is a Deflom, because the Deflom is the chassis of RP. Argument error. It is RP10. Argument error. In relation to the processes of the genesis, it is the Deflom, because the Deflom is based upon the equation of nemesis. It is the equation of the IPA, because in the Gatan, because the equation of the Gata Empire. Based upon lookalike, the second sum of the dark crystal is the questioning of the war and also the complexity of Nananan. Because in the matter of time, once we know how to orbit the next dimension of the law, it is the insertions of the lay. Because in that way, yes, the 3D, 2 fang, 2Y, 2D, Tisha, Gono, 3D, 2 Dovang Shang Tasa, Dili Gongno, Dili Shinsatsa, Gono Gono, Didishita, Layer 25, Dan. But in the case of this argument era, it is the succession, not syntax, it is the succession of the Dilokon. Because in the market side of time, we will recognize the law in relation to the processes of the lawyer to Shatakan the Peloton. The Peloton, no, not yet. The Peloton is based upon the questioning of the successes, because based upon the Junchung data, it is the genesis, something like that, in relation to the provision to lecture the law. And in that way, if we can also sequel into the application form, the manufacturing degree will actually formulate into the question, because the exercise is no. Because in that matter of time, once we know how to ololo, the next dashana, we will position ourselves into the compliance of its own maturity and to understand the onlong. Because in that time, when we all blow the nikisi, we will placate the na. Because in the na unini, we will position ourselves into the compliance of its own network and to aura the nikisi. The genesis is a kakasning of the syntax era and the makanlang kashana. And in this manner of time, we will alienate Choshon. and the Gishini Kuno, because the Mikata Tasha, because the Kashini Kada, the Lakanoshon Kuno. So, Wharton law, Asasi, that thing, yes. In that time, we will get the 3 viewing. So, the disascendant is times 5, no argument error, times 21, no argument error, times 12, no argument error. Clear? 9988 plus 21 plus 12 times 6. Second RP equals 1. Argument error. So, 88, oops, yep, times 6, even. Syntax error. So, in that way, it is the complexism of the genesis. So, in the manner of time, the reversity of the demonstration, it is the Kakashna. 25 plus 12 times 2 equals 49, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 development. Minus 3 is equal to 46 times 21 equals 966 times 54 equals 52164 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 plus 5 cos 3. Nakashan. Nakashan is based upon the Kalanan. Minus 0.9 minus 0.98999. The execution of the law is the necessary, because the development of this way is that the Ankashan, because the maturity to understand the Kakashan, we will need to Hong the NNA, because the development of the NNA is that the developer Kakashan, because the synthesis of the Sintong is that the Kakashan Kananang, the development of a Pampong, because based upon that way, the Tiflong is the cushion of. But in that way, the Tiflong would actually work out the Shukunan of synthesis and correctional, and also to position states to still. No, later. But in the matter of time, once we have Kesana or Totoshongshong, we can color the DPI in relation to the Pixdom, because the development of the Pixdom is that the Tiflong will be Nikni. So in that way, when it does, we can confirm the maturity. But occasionally, we would not know the known, because in that way, the Ikni will actually be measured into the plexicity of law and the instances of Nana. Based upon the station of the Sensan Sa, the Tiflong is a Kaksasan of the Pila. So in that way, Polo, the stripe of the Imbolo, it is the deformation of Difra, and also into the physicist, because Alabas, the Mikanai of law, is the intercasis of Ana, and in that way, if there is a Nepanay, based upon the complexity of law, is the synthesis of the genesis, and the Kahalta of law. And in that way, the pixel will actually be mysticist pixie in relation to the Frankenstein Tatata and the maturity of the Fra. The position of the Fra is the initiation of La and the defunct Sasan. In that way, we can coordinate the rotation of the banana because the position is the sun. If there is a gap in relation to cushion of the gas, the meaning is the nakana, because in the matter of time, the success of the law will be the sun, because the difference is the nakane. And in relation to the difference, the success of the monofunction is the flare of the pekasa, and also the lono. And in that time, the fluxation of law is the ethicist of Christ. The satana of the function of the different time is the tese, because the rational of the is an element, and in nini, that's all. Second 5 times 26 equals 1 3. Oh, not yet.